pizza tonight.
Now here's Suggs. Orlando moving the ball around. And Carroll with a screen on Robinson. Goes up from the top of the key. Jump shot is good.
This is how you begin a game. Set the tone right from the jump.
Always good to see the ball go through the net early. You know there's not a lid on that thing.
Duren with it. He's checked by Carter, and so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Well, Tim, you talk about an NBA physique. Jalen Duren is absolutely shredded.
Yeah, and he defies gravity too, B.A. What I like is he understands his game. He doesn't get outside of himself. He focuses on running the floor and then getting eye level with the rim.
He's off on the first. Tim, how do you like this blend for the new Pistons? Wily veterans alongside the new blood.
I love the way they have built this team. Shooting was their Achilles heel, but these veterans bring spacing and savvy.
And the second free throw is good.
Yeah, as of right now, Jalen Duren kind of seems like a classic big man. He can block, he can rebound, and he really focuses on finding close-range looks.
Now here's Bane. Carter, a screen on Robinson. Pass to Carter. And it's slammed in by Carter.
He may give up a little size, but has the bounce to hold his own.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with J.B. Bickerstaff. Coach and I talked about the development of Franz Wagner since entering this league, and he said he was someone we watched early on. Even though he didn't end up on our team, the way he's added to his game is incredible. It says a lot about the kind of work ethic that he has. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Suggs, no good. On the wing, Thompson, defended by Wagner. And here's Cunningham outside. Orlando with the rebound. Suggs outside. Pass to Banchero. Wagner outside. Puts up a three. Counted from distance.
Yeah, and when Wagner is hitting from deep, the floor opens up for everyone else. Nice triple.
Harris on the wing. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Doesn't go that time. Now here's Suggs. The three from Bane. And another three for Orlando.
And I like that there.
Cunningham outside. Back to Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Oh, just an artful little reverse slam.
Power and style. That was sweet. Suggs, the pass to Carter. Now here's Bane. Pass to Suggs. The kick out to Banchero. Shot clock at 2. Here's Carter, and it's slammed in by Carter.
I mean, the second effort from Carter Jr., real nice motor on this guy.
And here's Harris. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. Thompson, a screen on Suggs. Detroit needs to get off a shot. Robinson can't hit. And Suggs, here we go. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Man, Suggs can really move. And once he sees he has a clear path, he launches up for the dunk.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Well, it's hard to stop a 6'10 wing who can handle and play through contact. And the Magic have 2 of them, Grant.
Yeah, the numbers remarkably similar for Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner. Banchero is stronger and more of a rebounder, but both of them are stars.
Pass to Cunningham. Back to Harris. Duren with a screen on Banchero to the paint. And the dunk by Duren.
And that was special. It's easy to be excited about Duren's future in this league.
Here's Suggs. Banchero surveys. Drives to the hoop. Down low. Oh, stolen by Harris. Robinson passes to Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis. Now here's Banchero. He's scoreless. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
And this is why you must push Banchero out of the paint, or else he'll slam it all over you.
Outside Robinson. Pass to Harris. And he drives in. Here's Cunningham. 4 on the clock. Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to go on Jalen Suggs.
I love big guards, and Cunningham using the sides to perfection.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Orlando.
Well, you got to be impressed with how selfless they've been so far. Their passing has been simply outstanding.
And you can't overlook what they've done in the paint as well. A huge part of their success in this one.
And last season, the Pistons became the first team ever to triple their win total from the previous campaign.
Yeah, going from the worst record in the association in 2024 to a playoff team in 2025. And now they look to just keep on rising.
Orlando making a switch here. Black's checked in. Tim, you've been vocal in your praise for Cade Cunningham, and rightfully so.
Well, BA, on any given night, Cade can be the best player on the floor. He scores, he makes plays, he rebounds, and he processes things quickly. He always seems to be under control.
Now here's Thompson. Banchero outside. Kicks it out to Wagner. Pass to Bane. Lets it go from deep. Thompson pulls it in. And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for Detroit. 6-point game. And here's Harris outside. And it's Bane with the rebound. For Orlando, they've got 7 of 11 shots to find the mark. And the basket is good. He got it to go, and he took the bump. So a free throw coming up. An opportunity at a three-point play. Well, granted, 6'10", 250. Banchero is a guard in a big man's body.
Yeah, B.A., he has a great handle, which allows him to get wherever he wants on the floor. And the vision to create for his teammates, too. But if you put a smaller guy on him, he plays bully ball.
And that one misses. Well, after the Magic traded away Dwight Howard back in 2012, seems like they spent about a decade in limbo, Grant.
That's so true, B.A. And once they finally committed to building through the draft, the turnaround was pretty rapid, showing the upside of drafting and developing from the ground up. His ability to shoot off the catch is a big plus. Banchero has quick reactions, a really versatile scorer.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Harris against Banchero. Back to Duran. Over Carter. Second chance effort. And it's finished off by Thompson as he lays it in. Thompson's got 6 points.
Good work down low. I mean, I like how confident Thompson is from this area.
Black passes to Bain. Carter, a screen on Robinson. From deep, Bain. A rebound by Detroit.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Stolen by Carter. Bain with it. Picked up by Cunningham. Wagner outside. Banchero passes to Black. 14 feet away. And he gets the bucket. And the Magic lead by 11.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
So far, a great game plan and great execution, but we still have a long way to go.
Now here's Harris. Still without a bucket. Kicks it out to Cunningham. 6 on the shot clock. And the shot is good. Harris making the play.
And getting up close and personal, Cunningham knows he can get his shot to go inside.
Banchero against Harris. Banchero in the post. Over Harris. Banchero no good.
Well, it's a make-or-miss league. Sometimes the Jays just don't fall. It wasn't a bad shot.
And the dunk by Duran.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
Carter, a screen on Harris. Banchero passes to Carter. And it's slammed in by Carter.
You love the show of force from Carter Jr. He's not messing around when he gets the ball down there.
Outside Robinson. Hits the trifecta.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Here's Wagner. Black outside. And stolen by Cunningham. And there's the lob. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Flying high, Asar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
Wagner, the pass to Carter. Now here's Black. Orlando moving the ball around. The three from Bain. On target from range. Bain's got 8.
He's an absolute beast to deal with for the defense. Sometimes he can even leave you feeling helpless.
Harris misses.
Well, they did a great job putting a body on him, and they didn't allow him to convert.
And the call will be against Cade Cunningham. And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on. It's a completely new group for the Pistons. Then for Orlando, Batase's checked in for Carter. De Silva comes in for Wagner. And Richardson subbed in for Desmond Bain. There's a minute 47 left in the first quarter of the game. Banchero with a screen on Herter. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
And everything Banchero does is with aggression.
Pistons trail by 9. Pass to Stewart. To the middle. Deflects the pass. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. And it's off the back of the rim. No good. Detroit has gone 1 of 4 from deep. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thank you. The Magic are coming together. Paolo Banchero said, "This is a special group. We have something that you don't always see in professional sports. Guys really have each other's backs and look after one another. Not only are we close, but we're really talented and versatile as a team. Back to you, Brian.
An exciting young team. Allie, thank you. Now here's LeVert. No points yet. Pass to Jenkins. Here's Holland. And here's Stewart. Batase covering. And here's Herter. 4-3. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Here's Batase. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Inside. And Batase throws it down.
And you can't leave the basket unprotected. Bad things will happen to you.
Yeah, that was just way too easy.
And now this offense feels like they can just do whatever they want.
And that concludes the first quarter play. It's the Magic. They lead by 8. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And our coverage of Game 7 continues. Intense atmosphere right now. And for Orlando, what jumps out to you guys, stat-wise?
Well, you have to love their activity level at the defensive end, cracking up those steals.
They've disrupted the offensive flow, and they are making things miserable for any ball handler.
This is his second trip to the line in the game. Carter, he's checked in for Howard.
At the line for the Nets,
All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Well, looking at the Eastern Conference this season, as much uncertainty as I can remember with regard to the pecking order. With injuries shifting the balance of power, things very much up in the air. And there's some up-and-coming teams seeming to sense an opportunity to make their move.
Something to watch. All right, Shams, thanks for the report. Canes checked in for Orlando. LeVert outside. To the inside. Here's Stewart. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
He typically dominates that area of the floor. It just didn't drop.
Out to the wing. Here's De Silva. Still no points. Pass to Kane. 5 to shoot. Here's Batase, and Batase throws it down.
And he's battling for everything, doing all he can to help extend their lead.
Just throwing down the putback with authority.
Leaving some skin on the floor. Those are pure hustle points.
Here's Jenkins, black defending. Lets it fly from 18. Jenkins' shot is good. Jenkins has got his first basket.
Anytime you get an easy shot in this league, your confidence level goes up. That's exactly what happened there.
And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
Jalen Suggs is checked in for Kane. Stewart outside. Pass to Herter. Here's Jenkins. Now here's Stewart from the arc. Drills it from deep.
Well, those are the ones you're happy to get every trip down the floor if you can.
Here's Banchero. Banchero uses his size down there.
And I think we're going to see a lot of nights like this from Banchero. He is built to score and never seems to take a play off.
Here's Jenkins. He's covered by Suggs. Stewart finds Herter. Fires from deep. Orlando with the rebound. Now for those joining us now, we're in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by. Well, you need a real big-time star to win in this league. And Grant, the Pistons have that in Cade Cunningham.
Oh my, B.A. It took until year 4 for him to really break through. Already a player who can impact the game in so many ways, but when his numbers go up across the board, that's doing something special.
Pass to Holland. Takes the three. It's rebounded by Batadze. Batadze's got his 4th rebound in this one. Black passes to Suggs. And he banks in the layup. And the Magic lead by 14.
Yeah, fantastic focus from Suggs, showing toughness fighting through the contact.
Pass to Holland. Throws it up high. And stolen by Banchero. And it's Black penetrating. Here's De Silva. Off target with the 3. Detroit has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Jenkins misses. Orlando leading by 14. Down low. Here's Banchero. Oh, that's his 8th make of the game. He's only missed 4 so far.
Oh, too big, too strong. It'll take more than that to stop Banchero.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Pistons will go for a different look here. Tobias Harris checked in for Stewart. Thompson comes in for LeVert. Robinson, he's checked in for Herter. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Jenkins. Franz Wagner checked in for Orlando. Here's Cunningham. Thompson, a screen on Suggs. To the paint. Will it go? And the slam dunk by Thompson.
And nice work there in the pick and roll. Cunningham demonstrating improvement in knowing how to break defenses down.
Wagner outside. Inside. Here's Banchero. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Here's Harris. And Harris throws it down.
And you can't let Harris get this close to the basket. When you do, this is what happens.
Batadze, a screen on Thompson. That's good from Batadze on the assist by Wagner. Wagner's got 3 assists now in this one. Outside Robinson. Back to Cunningham. And stolen by Suggs. And it's Orlando on the break. Here's Wagner. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Wagner's got 5 points.
That was execution to perfection. Textbook transition offense.
And it results in the highest percentage look you're going to get.
Pass to Holland. Thompson, a screen on Banchero. Clock at 4. Thompson finds Harris. Some solid D from Batadze. Magic leading by 18. Wagner outside. Batadze, a screen on Thompson. Second shot opportunity, and he lays it in. Batadze's got 6 points in the quarter.
Oh, he'll wear you down with the way he grinds it out on the offensive glass.
Robinson passes to Harris. In transition, here they come. Here's Suggs. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 6 points for him.
And I like the shot selection. Suggs recognizes when to look to score inside.
Cunningham passes to Thompson. And again, the Pistons missing. Orlando has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. To the middle. Fader on the way. And Orlando tacks on 2 more.
Yeah, this is a part of Banchero's game they'd like to develop here in the league.
Pass to Holland. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call. He's checked in for Detroit. De Silva's checked in for Orlando. Desmond Bane comes in for Black. Boy, you love how guys are making plays for one another here.
Yeah, just a balanced attack, a total team effort.
And another miss by Orlando.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
In terms of two-way guards, Grant, Desmond Bane is as good as any. What do you see in his game?
Well, just look at him, B.A. Bane is so strong. That really helps him there on the defensive end. And offensively, a lights-out three-point shooter.
Suggs outside. Back to Wagner. Pass to Bane. Batase, a screen on Robinson. Bane, no good.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Harris passes to Cunningham. Oh, there's the alley! And the dunk by Duren.
He is ferocious on alley-oops. With his good hands and wingspan, Duren makes for an easy target on the lob.
Outside Bane. To the paint. Here's Batase. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. Batase's got 8 here in this quarter.
Great opportunity, and he capitalizes.
Cunningham passes to Duren. Detroit moving the ball around. Here's Thompson. Thompson, a screen on Suggs. Cunningham against Suggs. And stolen by Suggs. Inside, tipped away. Here's Wagner. Nice D from Thompson. The Pistons have gotten 6 of their 12 attempts to go since the end of the first. Duren, the screen. Let's go with a 3. Thompson, no good.
Chalk one up for the defense. They forced a difficult shot.
Suggs, no good. Detroit has gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. Robinson passes to Cunningham. Robinson, a screen on Suggs. Here's Cunningham. Soft touch off the glass. Cunningham's got 5 now.
And no lack in concentration. Cunningham going to work.
Pass to Bane. Shot clock at 6. Cunningham against Suggs. And Cunningham pulls it down.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
That's his 3rd basket in 5 shots. Solid work.
Where's the rim protection? That's just too easy for him.
And it's Bane with the ball for Orlando. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Crafty move, and he lays it up and in. He's got 10.
And even if he isn't the biggest, strongest guy out there, Bane can still do damage inside.
Pass to Robinson. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Orlando with a rebound. There's 18 seconds left in the second. And there's a 3-second violation.
Orlando substitution. Wendell Carter Jr. Paolo.
12 seconds left to play in the first half. Duren, the screen. And he lobs it up top. And the dunk by Duren.
Oh, great teamwork right there.
Hey, you got to love the finish. Bringing it down with some attitude. And so it's the Orlando Magic, a sizable 18-point lead at the end of the period. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break.
Thanks for joining us for postseason basketball. Clearly, guys, the second half going to be a tough task for the Detroit Pistons.
They couldn't shut down the lane. Only thing that would stuff that is prime check. Maybe two of me.
Now that is a scary sight. Two of you.
Well, we're going to need a bigger fridge, honey.
Checking out how the Pistons are doing in this series. In good position in the series, but not so much tonight. Guys, what are you seeing?
Yeah, I think they took their foot off the gas just a little bit. Feeling confident, but you got to keep working.
Yeah, you need to have that killer instinct. You know, when you got a team down, that's when you got to put them away.
Get them out of there. That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining 2K Sports and our coverage of this first round. Paolo Banchero with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Well, and I expect they're going to continue to lean on him as we continue in this game. Why not? The way he's playing right now offensively.
Magic leading by 18. Down low. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
And this team relies on Banchero's scoring, but tonight, he's carried them.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey guys, Paolo Banchero is trying to become more vocal. He said being the best player on the team, you've got to speak up. You can't ever be quiet because at the end of the day, I'm a high-Q player. I see the game really well, and if I'm not out there talking the game, it's doing everyone a disservice. BA, back to you.
Outstanding. Allie, we appreciate the report. Bane's gotten 2 of his 6 threes to go. Robinson on the wing. Duren up top. Pass to Cunningham. Shot clock at 5. Down low, Cunningham.
Yeah, in the nick of time. Probably not exactly what they had drawn up, but Cunningham saves them.
Suggs against Cunningham. Kicks it out to Bane. And Carroll with a screen on Robinson. Pulls up. And Orlando tacks on 2 more.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Cunningham. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to go on Jalen Suggs.
Yeah, can you say total package? Cunningham, the prototype guard these days.
When you think about the skill of Cade Cunningham, Grant, at his height, what a combination.
You know, BA, whether it's scoring inside or seeing over the defense or just beasting on smaller guards, his 6'6" frame is certainly an advantage.
And the first one at the line is good. Tim, you graduated with an MBA from an elite business school. How has that impacted how you look at the NBA?
Well, it certainly gives you a look at how the business side of things are impacted in the NBA and a real grasp of the numbers. And man, oh man, are those numbers big at this level.
Both free throws good from Cunningham. Magic leading by 15. Outside Bane. Picked by Carter. Beyond the arc. Duren with a rebound. Duren's got his 6th rebound on the night. Cunningham looking around. Over Suggs. And that one's good. Cunningham's got 6 points in the quarter.
Not an easy shot at all. Cunningham seems to have it early on in his NBA career.
To the inside. Suggs outside. Launches it. The offensive rebound from deep. Payne. No good. He's shooting 5 for 12 so far. Carter against Harris. Pass to Cunningham. To the paint. Here's Duren. Rebound by the Magic. Banchero's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Down low. Duren with a rebound. Duren's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Cunningham passes to Robinson. Harris outside. Thompson, a screen on Carter. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
And meeting those expectations. I mean, this is what we all wanted to see from Thompson on offense.
And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Well, Grant, Tobias Harris has been around the league. What's his best asset?
You know, I think it's his reliability and versatility. Harris is always on the floor, having led the NBA in games played multiple times. And he just gets the job done.
And the call is going to be, yes, on an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Also, the ball handler needs to wait until the screener's feet are set.
Cunningham outside. And with that one, the deficit trimmed to single digits. Cunningham's got 8 points in the quarter.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
In order to cut into a lead the way that they have, you must be outstanding on both ends.
To the middle. Here's Bencaro. Oh, Bencaro throws it down.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Yeah, not only does he create the space he needs, but then he attacks downhill.
Harris against Bencaro. Clock at 6. Puts up a deep three. The Pistons rebound. Duran, no good. Magic leading by 11. Bencaro passes to Wagner. Cunningham up top, guarded by Bencaro. Oh, Cade with the float game.
Yeah, a graceful touch from Cunningham, making that floater look effortless.
Suggs finds Bencaro. Bencaro the screen. Inside. Oh, Bencaro throws it down.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. There's Cunningham with a three. Cunningham confident in his range.
A pretty big component of Cunningham's game. He knows how to produce from the arc.
Outside Bain. The three ball. That one is off. Good work defensively by Robinson. Pass to Cunningham. Thompson left side. To the inside. Stolen by Carter. And it's Orlando on the break. The three from Suggs. Pure from three-point range. Suggs has got 9. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Magic.
You have to be a fan of the energy they've played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
Well, one thing that has stood out to me, and it's been a major difference maker, is they're playing with great pace, getting out on the break every chance they get.
And so it's Suggs. He brings it up for Orlando. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points.
He can play big and tough. I mean, Banchero bangs his way in.
Robinson passes to Cunningham. Stolen by Carter. Banchero against Duran. Banchero no good.
But it didn't go that time, but confident in taking.
Detroit moving the ball around. Launches a three. Orlando with the rebound. Down low. And Wagner gets it to go on the assist from Suggs. He's got 7.
And Wagner is a very efficient scorer in the painted area.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Legs, we've seen players extend their primes, extend their careers. What's behind that?
Well, I think you have to look at the absolute best, LeBron James, and what he has been able to do in making that investment in terms of caring for his body. It's a role model that all players should emulate.
Question is, can anybody replicate what LeBron has done?
Boy, that's going to be tough to copy that.
Jenkins is checked in for Cunningham. And the Magic making a change here as well. Black's checked in for Suggs. To the paint. They need this. And Robinson finishes it off. Robinson's got 5 points.
That's a great look. His teammate was on the move, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Wagner with a screen. To the middle. And the dunk by Wagner.
Yeah, there's Wagner in the two-man game. I mean, he could work either end of it.
Here's Jenkins. Black defending. Down low. And stolen by Banchero. Carter, a screen on Thompson. And it's slammed in by Carter.
This is what makes Banchero a difficult cover. His ability to pass it well in screen and rolls.
Pass to Duran. Now Robinson. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Detroit shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts of the game.
Robinson taking 2 shots.
Free throw good, Robinson. And Detroit making a change here. Hollins checked in. So he gets them both. Orlando leading by 15. Outside Bain. Banchero outside. Hits a three-pointer. Banchero's got 11 in the second half.
And Banchero has some range already. I mean, I want to see him continue to drain these shots.
Over to the left wing. 6 to shoot. Duran with a screen on Banchero. And so the ball out of bounds. Duran touched it last. And some changes here for Detroit. Levert's checked in for Thompson. And Herter's subbed in for Robinson. Then for Orlando, Bataze's checked in for Carter. De Silva comes in for Franz Wagner. Now Black. Outside Bain. Three-pointer. Knocks down the long J. Bain's got 5 points in the quarter.
And that was deep. but somehow Bane makes that shot look so easy.
Pass to Herter. Duren with a screen on Bane. And he's going for the oop here. And the dunk by Duren.
And how sweet was that play?
Pinpoint pass, set up the alley-oop flush. To the inside. Here's Batadze. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. Batadze's got 12 points.
That's just a smart play right there. The right pass to a ready shooter.
Here's Jenkins. Blocked! And they're able to recover. 4 on the clock. Pass to LeVert. There's the 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. LeVert's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Now here's Banchero. The D's right on him. Outside Bane. That's good. And it's Banchero with the assist. Banchero's got his 5th assist in this one. Here's Jenkins. Black defending. Pass to Duren. And here's LeVert. Softly drops in the floater. 5 points in the game.
This is all you can do if you're the defense. LeVert is excellent at gutting his way through physical coverage.
Inside. Duren with a steal. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Herter. Duren with a screen on Bane. Back to Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Yeah, I'm shocked. It's there! In time! He beat the buzzer!
Knew he had it the whole time.
Oh, taking this arena's breath away. That's a crazy shot at the buzzer. Oh, my.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's the Magic up 19. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
What a find. These are the kind of plays we've come to expect from him.
Great to have you with us again as we return to our coverage of round 1. And Stewart with the basket on the assist by Cunningham.
Yeah, he just needs more shots. He has to get more involved.
Suggs, the pass to Batadze. Batadze, a screen on Herter. Wagner for 3. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
To the paint. Wagner against Herter. Orlando with the rebound. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Suggs surveys the D. Pass to Batadze. Wagner outside. Over to the wing. De Silva, no good. Pistons trail by 19. Inside. Kicks it out to Cunningham. Wagner against Herter. Here's De Silva. Black outside. The 3. And Cunningham pulls it down. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Here's Stewart. And finished off by Stewart.
I love the throwback basketball. Work it down low and set up your teammates.
Pass to Wagner. Batadze, a screen on Herter. Wagner for 3. Doesn't go for him. For Detroit, they've gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter by 19. Stewart outside. Now here's Cunningham. Black defending. Stewart, a screen on Wagner. Herter. Yes, on the jumper. Orlando has got nothing to fall from outside the arc here in the fourth. 0 for 4. Down low. Here's Wagner. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
Yeah, Wagner's showing he has the strength to beat contact.
Pass to Cunningham. It's hauled in by Black. Magic leading by 19. Here's De Silva. Herder defending. De Silva no good. The Pistons have got 3 of 6 shots to go in this fourth quarter. And here's Cunningham. Takes a 13-footer. It's rebounded by Batadze. Batadze's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Black. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Cade Cunningham picks that one up.
Shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one. Tobias Harris checked in for the Pistons. Then for Orlando, Carter comes in for Batadze. And Kane subbed in for De Silva. And he's good on the second. And so Cunningham will bring it up for Detroit. To the wing, right side. Pass to Harris. From downtown, Orlando with a rebound. Carter's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Wagner, the pass to Suggs. Black outside. Now here's Wagner. He's watched by Cunningham. Back to Black. Detroit with a rebound. And here's Herder. Pass to Harris. Back to Herder. Now Stewart from outside the arc. And again, no good by Detroit. Black passes to Wagner. Here's Suggs. Back to Wagner. Just 5 to shoot. Puts up a deep 3. Rebounded by the Pistons. Stewart's got 4 rebounds now. To the inside. Here's Harris. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Black passes to Carter. Here's Suggs. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Pistons trail by 20. Here's Harris. No good on the shot. Oh, nice D from Carter. Wagner with it. Now guarded by Harris. Orlando again missing. Detroit has gone 0 for 3 here in the fourth. Jenkins. And again, the Pistons missing.
Almost too wide open there. That's like a warm-up jumper for him.
Wagner outside. To the middle. Here's Suggs. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Well, they're making something very difficult look simple right now.
Pass to Harris. For 3. He buries it from 3.
And the coaches rave about Harris and his three-point shooting. Helps his team space the floor.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now.
Keeping us all in motion. Here are your Pistons dancers.
Now we have a chance to see our player of the game, Paolo Banchero.
This has been one of the most dominant performances I've ever seen. What's incredible is he has no off switch, just a tremendous motor, and he's making an impact on every single possession. And look at him. You think it's just another game. He is totally in control of his emotions.
Yep, and now they're going to the second round. He's in a zone and paving the way for his squad right now. Orlando with the ball. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Here's Bane. Boy, he overdid it there. Too much force on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant one.
Ooh, hard foul. Can't let him get away with that level of contact.
That's a simple call for the officials to make. Everyone knows the league is cracking down on that kind of intimidation tactic. The free throw drops for Bane. And Bane drops them both. Cunningham against Suggs. Outside Bane. This one for three. And the three-pointer goes. Bane's got 15 points here in the second half.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Yeah, that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a lot of options offensively.
Here's Cunningham. Rebounded by Suggs.
Well, the defense was solid, but usually I expect him to make that layup.
Pass to Carter. Outside Bane. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Anytime he can, Bane is taking this shot. I mean, he is supremely confident from range.
Back to Cunningham. And stolen by Banchero. And they're running. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line.
Second personal foul.
Orlando making some changes. Wagner's checked in for Carter. Kane comes in for Wagner. And Black subbed in for Suggs.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And the free throw, no good.
And the playmaking skills Banchero has already are outstanding. Just such a unique young player.
Cunningham against Banchero. Inside, Thompson. Count that one. He's 8 for 10 from the field now.
Strong performance from him, but he may need to do even more if they're going to win this game.
Black with it. Three-pointer. Banchero no good. Cunningham outside. Off target from outside. And so Banchero will bring it up for the Orlando Magic. Back to Black. Takes a three. The rebound by Detroit. Now here's Harris. Pass to Robinson. Now Cunningham. Picked it out of midair. Banchero outside. Wagner inside. Robinson defending. Here's Kane. Orlando again missing. Detroit has gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the fourth. Turin in the post. Black defending. Harris's shot is good.
Always ready to fire. Give Harris a good pass. Tobias will get you an assist.
Wagner with a screen on Robinson. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Pistons.
Substitution on the floor.
Detroit has gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Cunningham passes to Harris. Cunningham outside. Out to Harris. Just 4 to shoot. Shoots. It's hauled in by Black. The Magic shooting just 37% since the fourth quarter got started. Batadze a screen on Cunningham. Morales passes to Batadze. Black outside. To win the drought. And it's good. 2 points.
These guys really stepped up and played their hearts out to finish the series on their terms. So it's going to be on to the next round for the Magic.
Check out their assist numbers.
They didn't get stuck in isolation. They got the ball to the guys who had the best matchups.
And for a series that went all the way, you have to appreciate their ability to close it out in advance.
In Game 7, you need guys who are going to be clutch, who are going to rise to the occasion, overcome the obstacles. They did everything they had to do.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Paolo Banchero.
Well, he was all over the place out there, creating turnovers. Quick hands, quick feet, nothing was getting past him.
Nine seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Morales. Batadze a screen on Robinson. Morales passes to Batadze. Now here's Black. Defense is right there. And that one's good. Morales.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
It is never easy to win on the road, but they rose to the challenge.
And with that win, they'll be moving on to round 2. And what a way to cap off a riveting series in round 1. They seem to feed off the pressure of this Game 7.
Well, they had to put a lot of energy into winning this series. They'll be a little worn down physically, but from a mental standpoint, they'll be riding high after battling so hard to win this series.
And that about wraps it up for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference quarterfinals. With Tim Legler, Ali LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. As always, we appreciate you tuning in tonight. And let's reveal our player of the game, Paolo Banchero.